Good morning, guys. MWUSA Season 3, Episode 33. Today is Thursday. I've got a couple meetings today. I did make a decision as to which route I'm going to take, and I decided to take the longer route today. I decided to let the freebies go, totaling $300 or more. I just feel like the amount of extra time it would take to get there and do things is just not worth it. The only way that I could possibly add that back in would be if I had the most ridiculous run early this morning, and I was up $3,000 or $4,000 right away. Then I may go over there and just take my time to finish out the day. But that area is 2 hours away from the closest point to the route that I'm on today. So from the furthest point I'm going to today, that area is 3 hours away. So it would definitely add a lot of time to my day. Coming home, it doesn't add any time, but just going there, it's a lateral move. So anyway, today I just checked, and we've already made our goal for the week. I've noticed that many times in the past, I have my goal by Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday I screw it up somehow. So hopefully today continues the good streak for the week, and we keep adding on to it, and no bad variance today. Left home just before 7 o'clock this morning. Was up kind of late last night taking care of work and other things. This morning it's 43 degrees and cloudy skies, dry roads. Looks like pretty good traffic so far, nothing too serious. There are 2 points on my trip today that I'm concerned about because they are fixing roads from all the snow damage and all the freezing and thawing that's been going on. So I noticed recently there's 2 choke points that they've been working on that hopefully are not too bad today. Today I hope to hit 3 blackjack casinos, as well as 1 or 2 more casinos that I could just play slots at. Yeah, that's the basics of today. No set time that I need to be back, although tomorrow will be kind of a tight day, so I'll have to leave a little bit earlier than usual for tomorrow. So yeah, that's what's going on today. I'm going to let you go. I'm going to sit back, relax, listen to my podcasts, and I'll be back to update you. Alright guys, closing in on the first spot here. Yesterday I got gas right before the last stop, and it looks like by the time I get to my first stop today, I'm going to need gas again. So hopefully that will carry me through the rest of the day, and I'll only have to fill up one time today. But things are still going well. I had my first meeting in the car, and yeah, traffic is good, everything is good. So I'm gonna go in here and hopefully find some good slot machines to play, and I'll be back to update you shortly. Alright guys, I am back. I walk into this place and immediately see a machine I want to play. I sit down, I play it, have a nice hit on it. I only have $20 in the machine. I've got it up to like $98 or $99. So I'm excited, feeling good. I'm moving on to the next machine. I play that one. I make $40 or $50 on that one. Things are going great. Move on to the next one. Have a right away hit on it, but not what I was chasing. But by the time I finish what I'm chasing, I actually broke around even on that one. And then the downslide began. I'm up like 170, 160, something like that at that point. And just started getting the worst variance. A couple times I was ahead around 200. And then I played this machine that, oh my gosh, the variance on this thing is so huge. And I normally don't play it because I don't want to spend a bunch of time for very little money. But I did. And by the time I got up off that machine, I was down about $408. So now I'm not happy, obviously. I move on, And normally I wouldn't keep looking anymore because I'm really out of machines, but I start looking at things that I normally wouldn't look at. And then I see one that must have changed since I walked in. I go play that machine. I have a nice hit on that one. And after running almost $5,000 through the machines at this casino, I end up with a profit of $12. So definitely not very good. I was in there for about 40 minutes or more for $12. What are you going to do? So we're going to keep on going here and find some other stuff to play at other casinos and see what we can get done. I'm going to move on to the next casino after I get gas. If I don't hit this car here, pulling into the gas station. And then I'll be back to update you afterwards. Alright guys, I am back. So I go into that place and immediately go to the blackjack. Slots have just been very poor lately. Not a lot of good machines. They've been doing some updates and a lot of machines are turned off. So I skipped the slots before playing. Went over and played some blackjack, spreading from 50 to 250. There was another guy at the table. He started off by playing two hands, and then he went to one hand, which is good because he went to one hand just as the counts started getting good. So I bought in for 500 and just kind of treaded water for the first shoe. After the first shoe, I'd only bet one bet over the minimum, and that was the last hand, and I lost that hand. So I was up about $50 after the first shoe. Played a few more, and finally caught a shoe with some good counts, and it was slowly building up, and played that through. The other guy played one hand all the way through, and just good variance. I mean, the first shoe was really bad at the beginning. The dealer got two blackjacks in the first three hands. We were running something in the minus teens almost right away. And so I just flat bet the whole shoe until the last hand, like I said. But in the end, I ended up getting up at the end of a shoe plus $1,250. So plus $1,250 there. Then I went and looked at some slot machines, talked to a nice guy in line. He was telling me about how much he loves to go to the casino, that he raised 7 children, and it's just him at home right now, and he loves to come to the casino and talk to nice people like me, of course, and you know, just hang out and talk to people and stuff. But he hates that he loses too much money, and he was standing in line to get some more money from his credit card. Then on my way out, I checked out some slots. I went to one machine, played that, lost a couple of bucks, went to another one, won a couple of bucks, like literally, and ended leaving ahead $4 on the slots. I probably looked at 30 slots on my way out, but everything was neutral or no good. So but I kind of expect that from this place now, and I was talking to some friends recently about it, about how bad the slots have become in this area. But anyway, so I ended up leaving plus $1,250 on the blackjack, plus 4 on the slots, and right now I'm moving on to another casino, and I'll be back to update you soon. Okay guys, I am back. Got myself logged back into my work computer, and just got out of this casino where they were having a giveaway, so it was very busy in there. Very hard to find a machine to play. I did play 2 machines, I think, and ended the session down $16 on the machines. I played some blackjack, 1 to 5 spread, in the high limit. At first there was only one table open, and then later on they were opening other ones, but they were opening them so slowly and they were so delayed. I don't know why that was happening, but I did end up sitting at a table with 2 other people. One of them kept getting up and leaving and coming back because he kept thinking the other tables were open, and I initially went back to the low limit to find a table, but they were so busy because the high limit was still closed, pretty much closed. But there were 5 people on every table, so I couldn't even sit down if I wanted to. But had a few ups and downs, not too terribly though, and ended the session ahead $1,000. Went back and looked at slots again, and it was just way too busy, way too many people because of this giveaway. So here's my deal now. I'm thinking about making an executive decision. If the next casino goes well and goes quickly, I'm thinking about adding an extra 2 hours to my day by going to a city that I had written off as not possible to visit today. So let me see how things go at the next casino. If that works out, we would go to another casino initially that's on our normal track, and then go 2 hours out of the way to 3 casinos, and then head home from that. So we'll see what happens here. It would make for a very long day, but let's see the timing of this casino, and I'll be back to update you shortly. Alright guys, I am back. So it did not work out the way I thought it would. I thought maybe could have a decent in and out, make some money, and move on to the next place, but it dragged on and on and on, and in fact was setting itself up to be a really bad session. So I guess just various things were happening. Not a lot of tables open, a lot of attention, pit boss standing over the table, low counts, losing on splits and doubles, and was just starting to get buried early on, and was able to make a bit of a comeback, not much, but eventually got back to even, and I had a $100 handout there. I was up 100, and I had a $100 handout and got a blackjack to end the shoe, and I ended the session ahead 250, and I was happy to be ahead because I was down after the second hand. I wasn't ahead again until the second to last hand, and I was just negative the whole time, low counts the whole time. My biggest bet was 150, maybe. That was about it, maybe 200. So I'm happy to at least have gotten my money back, and I'm moving on now. Plus 250. I walked around and looked at the slots and didn't see anything, nothing at all. So someone's really hammering this area right now. This has been going on for a couple weeks. So we'll see what it's like in a few weeks. But right now, I am leaving the area for probably 5 or 6 days at least. And we'll see what happens next week. So I am in kind of a bind, but I think we can work things out here. There's always a way, right? You've seen me in really tight situations. I don't know if you remember last year when I was in a hurry to get home and I drove the wrong direction on the highway for half an hour and still managed to get there somehow with the bad weather and the rain and everything. So there's always a way. Right now I'm going to move on to the next casino, the regularly scheduled casino. From there, I can take a right turn and go 2 hours a different direction completely and hit an area where I have some EV, and I don't like the area, but it's EV, and we'll see what we can do there. The problem is I've got a meeting coming up, so as soon as I get to this casino, I'll have a meeting a half hour later. So my goal is going to be to get in and out in 30 minutes, and then get back to the car, do the meeting in the car while I'm driving the 2 hours to the next place after that. And the meeting should only be half an hour or 45 minutes anyway. And then when I get to my destination, I'll have free food there, free bet. There's blackjack there. I'm not sure if I'll play it or not, just depending on timing. And I'll be back to update you. So a lot of moving parts right now. Hopefully things work in our favor. But we're having a good day. What are we up? $2,500 or so. So it's a nice day. We are already at the goal for the week. So if I can have a decent session in this other city, maybe we can have 1.5 to 2 times our goal. So anyway, I'll be back to update you shortly. All right, guys, I am back. So due to a lot of people camping out, I really couldn't find anything. I played one machine, 2 machines, and that's really all I could find, and both of them were just a short, a few spins, and that's all. So, unfortunately, I couldn't really make any money there. I did end up ahead $19. I am going to move on to the next casino. I was only in there for 10 minutes, so I'm actually going to be 20 minutes from here before my meeting starts, and then it'll be another hour and 30 minutes or so before I arrive at the casino. So not terrible, but what are you going to do? Plus $19 there. Now, driving from this casino to the other one is something I don't do very often, so I actually need to use the maps for directions. Generally, I have the maps on anyway, but just to warn me of speed traps and things like that. But this is generally not the very smartest way to go. If I want to, go to the casino I'm about to go to, I would not come to this casino first, because it just adds so much time to the day. But as it looks like we're going to have plenty of time, I'm going to go ahead and move on. So right now I've got everything put into the GPS, and I will have to get gas again before I get home, unfortunately, but that's all right. Hopefully we have some good variance at the next spot. So it's going to be a little while. I'm going to let you go. The temperature is up to 55 degrees right now. Mostly sunny skies, dry roads, everything seems good. So just got to not get pulled over and enjoy my trip. I'll get everything set up for my meeting right now, and it'll be a very low stress situation here. So also, by the time I get to the casino, it will be time for me to get off of work. So shut down the computer and I'm done for the day, and don't have to stress about anyone asking me for anything. So for now, I'm letting you go, and I'll be back to update you after the next stop. All right, since I have time here, let me just tell you a little story. So what would that have been? Third casino that I went to today, there was a guy who sat next to me that looked incredibly like another guy that I knew, that I met the day I met that rapper, and I kind of feel like it's the same guy. He claims that it's not him, but he was playing the same way, the same amount of money, and it really seemed like it was the guy. So I don't know if he's trying to keep a low profile or what, and maybe the rapper is not the only famous guy. Maybe this guy is and doesn't want a lot of attention, but he acted like it wasn't him. But I'm positive, because he had certain tattoos that I've never seen before, and I was positive that was him. So, we're not the only ones that want to keep a low profile sometimes. It's interesting here on this drive. Holy moly, this roof has got a gigantic hole in it. Wow. Wow. This might be an opportunity to make money here. This little neighborhood here. It looks like it's kind of run down, but not the worst neighborhood. It's close to a park, decent looking structures. So I may actually, when I have an opportunity, go to like a realtor.com or whatever those things are called, Redfin, and see if I can find some property in this area, because I'm in this area often, so I could come up and do whatever, or come over and do some work if I need to. And here's a nice school, so very interesting. So I'm going to put that on my list to do. And wow, there's anything from like a shack, like a building that's so old it could have been here since the 1800s as like a storefront, to buildings with roofs caved in, to buildings that have been completely redone and are in good shape. But I tell you, the schools here are beautiful. There's multiple schools next to each other. They look very nice. So anyway, moving on. All right, guys, I am back. My gosh, that's a long drive. I am just about 10 minutes away. Finished my meeting. Everything is good. Wrapping up my business day for work and closing in on the casino here. It's 63 degrees outside and just starting to get dark a little bit here, but still have some light left. So the plan right now is to go in. There's some free stuff to pick up, gift card, free bet, free play. I think I'm just going to go minimalist on this and just try to cash out whatever I can quickly and get out of there. I may play some blackjack, but this is not one of my favorite places. The rules are not very good, so I probably won't, but I can't say for sure. We'll see when I get back to the high limit room how things look and all that, and I'll make my decision then. I also have a free buffet, so I'll definitely do that. So at the very least, I should be in there for about 45 minutes to an hour if I just run in and out, and then we'll move on to another place. Now, there is one other place I do need to swing by for sure, and then there's a third place also I could swing by, but I'm not positive, and a fourth place that for sure I won't go to. So I've already been to 5 spots already. We're going to go hit between 2 and 3 more right now, and I'll be back to update you after I get out of the first spot. All right, guys, let's talk here while I'm walking back to the car. Golly, I hate this place so much. I walk into this place, find a good parking spot, finally walk into this place, and immediately get my free gift card thing that I'm supposed to get, and almost got into the wrong car here. It looked exactly like it, 2 spaces away. Got my free gift card, and then decided to go play my slot free play, which I didn't have. My slot free play is actually at a different casino, not this casino. So, too bad for you. None of that. But I did have a free bet. So I went to the high limit and I bought in for $500 there and started to play and used the free bet. And I actually won the free bet. First time ever. Yay, free bet's a winner. Couldn't believe it. I didn't think it was possible. I thought it wasn't allowed for me to win a free bet. It's like this place and another place, I'm below 10% on winning on those. So anyway, I get my free bet, start playing. Other than the free bet, I pushed or lost every hand the first shoe. I'm talking about 2 blackjacks, and the dealer had 2 backdoor blackjacks. I couldn't even take even money if I wanted even money. That's how bad it was. 2 blackjacks, tons of 20s, all my doubles, I got 4s and 5s on. Just terrible, just losing every hand. Betting table minimum the whole time because I'm in neutral and negative counts, but still no way to make money. So at the end of the first shoe, it was me and another guy at the table. And at the end of the first shoe, I was down like $2,200, $2,100, something like that. So that's just awful. It's a terrible way to start the session. Next shoe, about the same. Well, not about the same. Next shoe was about neutral. So at the end of the next shoe, I hadn't lost much and I hadn't won much. It was just about even for the shoe. The shoe after that, things start getting a little bit better. My doubles start working, my splits start getting better, I start making money back. But I actually yelled at the dealer. I never do that. I actually said, F you, which I never, ever, ever say. But that's how frustrated I was with every hand. I'll give you examples. Like I have an 18, the dealer has a 6. Turns over a 10 and a 5, like automatic, everything. Has a 7, turns over a 9, 21. Has a 6, turns over a 5, whatever, everything was giving him exactly 21 with 3 cards, and it was so frustrating. Anyway, By the time I was done, I ended up leaving ahead $390, which is not great, but it's not terrible either, considering the way that I started. I was down 2200. Right away, I had bought in for 2500 the first shoe. So that was my low point, luckily, and things turned around, but it was very frustrating. I did have a free buffet, and I actually stiffed the waitress at the buffet, which I never do either. And I mean, I've got a reason for it. I get the buffet. There's nobody in line. They tell me you can sit anywhere you want. I said, how about right here? They're like, oh, she'll take you. They take me all the way to the back corner. Why would you take me to the back corner when there's nobody else around? They take me way back there. I have to walk all the way back to get some food to eat. I go and I get some prime rib and man, people going through red lights gonna hit me. Got some prime rib and some horseradish. Got some nice corn. Got a nice salad. I actually got a couple dumplings too. All that was really good. Everything was fine, and I was ready to tip her. But I'd forgotten. When I walked into this casino, I had an even number in my pocket so I could remember, because I was going to be doing multiple weird transactions. I wanted to make sure I could verify. So I had all my singles in the car. So I had like an even amount, whatever, 00 at the end. So I didn't have any money to tip the waitress. So normally this buffet is not a very expensive buffet, right? It's like $14, $12, something like that. It's not like I'm getting crab legs or anything, or I would tip well on something like that. But I'm getting, very okay food at best. That prime rib's the best thing I've seen there. Usually they have mostly vegetarian stuff, which is absolutely ridiculous. But, so I want change so I can tip her. So I'm like, can you get my waitress? I don't know where she is. Okay. Can you get some change for me? Nope, I can't do it. You got to go up to the cashier. I go to the cashier. I'm standing. Nobody's helping me. Finally, they're like, you want change? I'm like, yeah. What tipped you off? The fact that I already came in here, or the fact that I have money in my hand, or what tipped you off? So I give them a 20. They give me a 10 and 2 5s. Well, I'm going to tip $3. All she did was get me a drink, and I never saw her again. So I think $3 is plenty for that. They don't want to give me ones. I'm like, fine. So I go back to the table, grab a couple cookies, and just leave. I didn't tip her. So I'm sorry. I've never not tipped ever since I was like a teenager. But sometimes you got to draw the line somewhere. Wasting 10 minutes trying to get change to tip someone that doesn't exist anymore. I don't know if she went home for all I know. So, anyway, how do we end up? Slots, played one machine, plus $11. Blackjack, plus $3.90, and got a gift card, and that's how I ended up. So, right now, I'm moving on to the place that I actually have the free play at, which is not much. It's $125, so maybe I could turn it into whatever. I don't care, anything, and get me out of here. Even 50, I'll take 50 right now for it and get out of this stupid city. So I'm gonna go play that, and then I think I'm not gonna go to the third or fourth place. I'm too frustrated at this point. But I did add things up, and it looks like before walking into this place, I was at $7,030. So I'm above like $7,500, $7,600 now. For the week. So it's been a good week. We still have tomorrow. Tomorrow is going to be a lower risk day, so the odds of me losing $10,000 are going to be pretty small. Tomorrow I'll be spreading 50 to 250, maybe 50 to 500, depending on who the dealer and the pit boss is at this casino tomorrow. I'll be doing a lot of slots tomorrow, so hopefully tomorrow can cap things off and we can have a second $10,000 week in a row. So for now, I'm going to let you go, and then I'll be back after the next stop. All right, guys, I am back. So I'm going to tell you what happened at this place. Then I have 3 short stories to tell you that just kind of fell through the cracks due to my frustration. So I went into this place, and I had $125 in free play. So, okay, we go in and start looking around, and I'm not expecting to find much because everybody's off work at this time and it's getting busy and all this stuff. So I'm all right. So I'm looking around. I'm just trying to get close to even. Play one machine, do pretty well. I had like $20 or something like that on top of the free play. Mess around with a couple other ones, and just trying to find a place to grind it out, and finally ended up finishing up. I looked around the whole casino and multiple floors and looked everywhere and just couldn't find anything else to play, and ended up turning the $125 into $124.35. So, not the end of the world. I'm fine. I'm sure I've got 65 cents in my pocket, right? Get 125. I'm tired of nickels. No, I had 8 nickels in my pocket though, and I got 3/4 back. So $124 out of 125 in free play takes our week well over 7,600, and still have one day to go. And tomorrow could be anywhere from 1,000 to 1,500 reasonably. So then I'm noticing people are walking around with some kind of gadget. I don't know what it is, but I'm like, maybe I qualify for it. Maybe they sent me an offer for it and I didn't realize it or something. I don't know. But I'm going to see if I qualify and all that. So I go to the kiosk, put my card in. You have to spend $1,000 to get this ridiculous gadget. So I'd run like $400 through the machines, and that was it at this place. So I'm not going to run 600 more for something I don't even know what it was. I don't know what it was. No clue. I can't even guess. Something in the kitchen. So I had some stories from earlier today that kind of fell through the cracks because I was busy. But, you kind of heard the first one, giving a stiff one to the waitress. And then, I kind of got a stiff one from the cashier after that, because when I colored up, I had like almost 3,000 in chips. And at this place, at $3,000, they're going to demand your ID. And if they decide that they want to demand it at 2,800, come hell or high water, they are not going to budge. They don't care what you say, what you threaten, what you do. Call the police, do whatever you want. This place will not budge. So I was not about to take anywhere close to 3,000 up there. So I took like 2,100. And I got through the line pretty quickly. There was about 10 people in line. I got through pretty quickly. The second time, I go up there, and I'm 20th in line. So I stand in line, and I'm getting frustrated. I'm already frustrated about this place. And I get up there. I'm first in line. So then I hear, okay, I look up, and there's 2 cashiers, and one of them closes. I'm like, not my problem. There's 50 people behind me. That'll be their problem, not mine. And then I hear VIP, and some guy comes over and uses a credit card. Takes about 3 or 4 minutes. I'm like, all right, I'm next. VIP. I'm like, what are you talking about? Takes another guy. He's got a credit card. 3 or 4 minutes. I said, don't you guys alternate when there's only one cashier? Otherwise, these guys are never going to get to go. VIP. So 3 credit cards go through, and I'm getting so steamed at this point. I finally get up there. I walk up. There's no one in the VIP line. I walk up, and she walks away. So I'm like, what? There's no cashiers now? There's 0 cashiers? So she comes back and cashes out my last, whatever it was, $5.90, $6.90, whatever it was. And I'm on my way. But I really, man, talk about bad customer service. And one of my most famous sayings in a casino, and people crack up when I say it, is there's 1,000 places to put money in, but only one place to get it out. And it's so true. There's so many machines to put money in. There's so many tables to buy in at. So many places that you can give the casino money. But yet, if you want your complete money, meaning no receipt for your change, if you want your complete money, there's one line. Single file, back in the back of the line, please. Right? You got one place to cash out because you want your 58 cents. You don't want to donate it to the whatever, send Caesar to camp fund or some crap like that, right? And then all these people are standing in line, and you make them wait and wait and wait, and you don't have enough people there. I mean, have some, like, self-respect, customer service. Anyway, so that was the giving the stiff one to the waitress and getting one from the cashier. And then there was one other one at the 4th casino that I went to today, because we've been to 7. The 4th casino I went to today, there's this lady, and I guess she knows me. She played at a table with me one time, and now we're best buddies. And it seems like it's always timed exactly the same. As soon as I'm going out of this casino, I'm on the stairs, she is going into the casino. And today she cut me off as I was walking out of the casino. And she's always like so touchy-feely, like put her hands on your arm. How did you do today? Oh my God, I hope I win. I really need it. And it's like, lady, I'm married, come on. And I'm like candy to these people. Everybody loves me. They think I'm just gonna pass myself around like, anyway. So, anyway, only 129 more miles till I get home. 72 miles range. So I gotta stop again for the 3rd time in 25 hours to get gas. But it was a good day. I made $3,000. And tomorrow should be good. Tomorrow should be more of a take it easy day, I would think, compared to the kind of schedule that I've been keeping. And this was all unexpected to come to this area. And how much did I really make in this area? Like $600 for a 2-hour drive? I guess that was worth it, but man, what a pain it was. Luckily the weather's been helping us out a little bit. It hasn't been too nasty lately. Anyway, I'm going to head on home. I don't think I'm going to think of anything else to talk to you about today. I'm tired. Just want to rest. I hope you guys are enjoying everything. I appreciate all you guys sending me all those nice emails that you send me. Really, I'm really touched by all the good messages that you guys give me. And I hope that you guys are getting something out of this. So if you have any questions or comments, the email is mwusa21@gmail.com, mwusa21@gmail.com. See you next time.